Hello and welcome to the webinar on politicalears.com. My name is Chip Barrelly. I'm here with John Williams. He is the owner and seller of Political Ears. John, welcome.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Good to have you here. First off, we'd like to do what we call a little housekeeping. If you haven't already dialed into the audio bridge, please do so now. You can use your computer's integrated system to listen in. There's also a phone number if you'd like to call instead of using your computer. During this call, all the attendees will be in mute mode. If you'd like to submit any questions, there's a questions feature in your webinar's control panel. Please go ahead and send me your questions. I will try to answer them in the order they come in, but if they're going to be fielded by the general flow of the conversation, I'm going to see if we can do it that way. Otherwise, I have no problem backing up one slide or going or staying on a slide. However you'd like to work with me, please do. Getting right into it, this is the deal. Political Ears has only been live for about a year now, a little bit less actually, but as you see, the revenue is fantastic. We're doing an annual profit of $91,000 plus, monthly unique over 1.5 million, monthly page views almost 2 million. We have a little discrepancy here. I'm going to show you that we have an Alexa ranking when we started this at 22,361. That was a little bit over 7 days ago, but we've only had this listed for 7 days, so this information is a little over 7 days old. These are all hyperlinks. You can go to latonas.com and click these to get the graphs. Very simple to read, very user-friendly. This is what I wanted to show the discrepancy, John. We showed we were at 22,000 about 14 days ago. Can you tell me what's been going on with it since?
Well, we had a story that kind of went viral, hit about 8 million people on Facebook, and I think that brought in about 4 million hits, and so we jumped up about 8,000 sites in Alexa, which for me is pretty big, because we started out, somewhere in the first month we were 200,000 or so, and we've steadily been climbing for the past 10 months, and so finally we broke that 20,000 mark, and so that was, for me, that was pretty big.
Not only broke it, but you destroyed it, down to 13,000. That's pretty impressive.
Absolutely destroyed it.
Very nice. This is going to be a little history of the site. This is your front page, correct, John?
Yeah, that's the front page of the website. If you look at the 5 dots on the bottom left-hand side of that picture of Ted Cruz, it's a scrolling picture. So there are pictures of various politicians that kind of scroll over to kind of keep your attention. So you kind of stay on there. If you'll notice up, there's a political chat room where people can go in and chat. It's not very active, unfortunately, and a lot of people like to go in there and cuss people out, and I've got moderation set so cuss words don't show up. So that ticks people off, I think, but I just don't have time to moderate it myself. The red zone, that's an area where it's just straight conservative talk, and then the blog, that is the moneymaker, because we post one blog a day at least, and then share it on the Facebook page, and then see what happens from there.
I got you. John, I just had a question come through. What is that gentleman in the bottom left corner wearing?
That is a Obama bullshit protector, and It's one of the big sellers that we have. We sell it both through Amazon and through politicalears.com. If you buy the site, I'm sending the entire inventory. I have no use for it. But it has the Political Ears logo on it, and you pop it out. It's made out of vinyl. You pop it out, stick one over each of your ear, and it says this is the official Obama bullshit protector, and so you can wear it at political events, or if you have a group of people over to watch the State of the Union address, which was really popular last year, people popped out the bullshit protectors. The entire El Paso Republican Party in El Paso, Texas, wore those last year for the State of the Union watching party. They had a lot of fun with it. There's a lot of ways you can promote those that I haven't done. But generally, if I end up not selling the site next year, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those in January, and I'm going to send one to each chairman of each county chairman in Texas, which is where I am, and I've got the list of those guys, and say, hey, for they cost me about 60 cents each to make, and I'll give you the manufacturer's name and all that if you buy it. But we sell them for $3.99, so we've got about a 800% markup on those. And so normally on a party type thing, I'll say, well, I'll sell them to you for $2.50 each if you buy 100 or more, and you can make quite a bit of money on those.
Very nice. All right. I think that covered it. This is a little bit more history of the site. Now, this is not the front page. Talk to me a little bit about what you see here.
Okay, this is the Start Impeachment Now page on Facebook. It is facebook.com/political ears. It's sort of been repurposed into political ears since I started the site. I've had this Facebook page, and I started it organically along, probably in 2012. 2011, end of 2011 was when I started the page, and I started building up the fans. And I didn't have a set URL to send people to, and we were just working on memes. Actually, I was just working on memes. I was creating 4 or 5 memes a day and throwing them up there. And then back in December and beginning of January, which is when I started Political Ears, Facebook stopped sharing memes and photos from community and business pages, and they started favoring links from websites, and that was the impetus to build the website so I'd get more traffic, and it has been way more successful than in my wildest dreams that I would have ever dreamed about as far as pushing links. People share it, and if it comes from a site, they see it politicalears.com, it gives it a little bit of credibility already.
Right.
Because it's so similar to like Politico and Real Clear Politics and those. And I'm not trying to be a serious news site right now. Maybe I should, but I kind of sensationalize the headlines like Infowars.com would, or WorldNet Daily, or one of those sensational sites. But it seems to be working. One of the biggest stories that went out was just, hey, what do you think about the Sandy Hook possibility of a conspiracy? And I embedded somebody else's YouTube video, posted in there, and then posted up a question on the page. Hey, what do you think about this? And people started commenting about it. Some people, oh, you asshole, why are you posting this? That's disrespectful. And other people, yeah, I see the point. And whenever you can start a discussion, that's when more people see in their news feed, hey, my friend's talking on this, let me go see what they're talking about. And if they like it, they'll share it. If they don't, they'll comment on it. And then other people in both sides' news feeds. So it's really good to get a debate started or an argument. And with the anonymity of the internet, I've noticed that it's kind of like road rage. People feel safe insulting each other, things they wouldn't say in front of another person if they saw them in person. So you get some really robust debates and big arguments going on, and that's really when it's successful. So I keep trying to post semi-controversial things, or at least perspectives that may be controversial, and that really leads to more social buzz and sharing and getting it out there.
Very nice. Oh, I'm sorry, just reading the question. This came from your Facebook page, correct? Now, there is no vulgarities allowed on Facebook, or do you?
No, you can have this one I have set so it's not moderated very much, but it's an 18 or older site, so
okay.
You shouldn't be able to like the page and follow it if you're under 18.
Understood. All right. Yes, that answered his question. Perfect. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
All right. So, moving on. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is the Wayback Machine. Really doesn't show much. Obviously, the site has been only around for about 10 months now, but that just shows the strength of the content that you were putting out, that you were able to get to that level in 10 months. That was just the only reason I wanted to show this particular slide. Now, this is going to be your Google Analytics. I can see through here we have a couple little spikes, but then we had a massive spike, well over 5 million. Can you talk to me a little bit about this?
Well, let me talk to you about the first two little spikes there. They really kind of put political ears on the map. The first spike was when the WIPP leaked in New Mexico, and they were talking evacuation for residents of Carlsbad, New Mexico. And a little news site out there came up with the idea that, hey, wait, this is bigger than just Carlsbad. You know, this could be this. If there's an explosion, it could really affect depending on wind patterns. So I kind of picked that up, did a PowerPoint presentation on what would happen if there was no rain, you know, wind patterns sort of shifted, and a radioactive cloud hit the southwest. And it kind of went viral, all from Albuquerque to El Paso to Midland to Brownwood, and we saw about 3 million hits in 2 days of people concerned that they were going to get blown away in a radioactive cloud. Now, everything was hypothetical. You know, this is what could happen if there was an explosion. Mm-hmm. You know, why aren't they telling us things like that? But that was kind of the launching point. And the second one, most people in America saw that page, this story, because Drudge Report posted a story about it, did not link back to it. I was very upset about it. But we had a person, I mean, it's a one-man band. I had a person that emailed me a YouTube video saying, hey, these are buffalo that are escaping Yellowstone National Park. And I think, you know, with the super volcano thing, there was a guy that was out there saying, hey, there's a super volcano going on, or that can potentially explode, and these buffalo are running away from Yellowstone National Park. Mm-hmm. I kind of tied that in, wrote a quick little story. It took me maybe 5 minutes. Hey, remember what happened to the animals in the tsunami? They knew a natural disaster was coming. What's going on with these buffaloes? See the video? They're running away from Yellowstone. And it got about 10 million hits in about 3 days.
Wow.
So a lot of that was driven by Drudge. I got picked up by InfoWars and whatnot. None of those guys linked back to me. I was kind of upset. Come to find out, National Park Service said they were actually running into the park, and I'd kind of been duped. But, you know, in that time frame, I made about $12,000 on ClickBank on that. Oh, and also made about $4,000 on ClickBank on the first story.
Okay.
Now you fast forward to the big spike.
Right.
That was when the Ice Bucket Challenge was going around on Facebook, and I posted a headline: "Ice Bucket Fraud? ? Is your money really going where they say it's going?" And I posted the financials of the ALS Association. Some questions about they were a little bit. They weren't very descriptive in their accounting on their website, and I posted some links to some financial oversight companies like oh gosh, I can't remember, but anyway, they rate nonprofits. Now there are a couple that rated them as good. There were a couple that rated them as bad. So I posted all of that, and it got about 25 million hits very quickly, and that right there, we made about $8,000 in merchandise sales, so that's just over 50% of the merchandise sales total, just on that one story.
One story, right?
And the ClickBank was a lot lower than it was about $4,000, I think, of ClickBank sales. So
that's pretty impressive.
That's right. So just one story, and everyone was concerned about it, and the ALS Foundation, they actually posted about it on their website and said, you know, hey, we've had to revise our numbers, but we think Political Ears is a satire site, and they did all they could to put back, and then they revised their numbers. So I thought it actually caused some good out of it.
Right.
We got millions of hits from around the world because people around the world were doing that Ice Bucket Challenge. That story hit, and everyone stopped doing it.
That's crazy. It's interesting the way everything's just connected through. That's very neat.
Right.
Very neat.
And no, just to be sure, I didn't want anyone to stop doing the Ice Bucket Challenge. I just wanted them to question where the money was going. And that was the whole intent of the blog there. So.
Right. It wasn't malicious. Yeah. It was just got a question.
Right, and that, you know, they ended up putting out better financials and saying, hey, we revised. We had some some accounting anomalies, but here's the real numbers now. So, actually they're probably a good place to give your money to, but at the time when the story was written, you just couldn't tell.
Understood. All right, very good. This is a little bit more of your analytics. It's going to show that obviously the United States is your strongest participant on the blog. But we have some from the United Kingdom also, and Canada, Australia. What do you think is the best way to get to these other countries and get them a little more involved?
Well, I think you'd have to extend out. I think I missed an opportunity to get involved in the UK with the Scottish vote for secession a couple months back. I didn't really do anything about that. I've focused in on American politics. Mm-hmm. But I've noticed that American politics affects everybody. And so we're getting visitors from almost every English-speaking nation in the world. Australia is not, well, okay, it's showing up as number 4. We've made a lot of sales to Australian people that we have to cancel they're not included in the gross sales because I've canceled and refunded and they're just not part of it. But they love the credit card knives that are listed for sale. If you want to go into the political leader store, it's just not legal to send knives through the mail.
Right.
Overseas like that, at least not to Australia. So there's a market there. With Australia now, let me rephrase that. It was not legal to send knives, but now the Australian government has set up a warehouse in Portland where anything you want to send to Australia, you don't even have to use a customs form anymore. You can send to that warehouse in Portland, and they will forward it to Australia for free. That happened just last week, and so that came out in an e-commerce blog that I follow. So Australia may be a good place to go into. They've got something huge in Australia right now is they have about 48 million camels that are just wandering around, and nobody knows about this outside Australia. But they literally have camels walking down Main Street type thing, and they don't have guns. They can't shoot them, to get them out of there. But they have just overrun the entire country, and politicians are scrambling. Hey, what are we going to do about the camels? Some are saying, well, let's fly around helicopters and give them birth control, and other people are saying, are you crazy? So there's a huge debate. So you could get involved in Australian politics that way. Canadian politics, there's a big opportunity there. They're having another. They're having a row right now about how do they get rid of Muslim extremists based on the 2 terrorist events they had in the last month. One was when a terrorist ran over 2 RCMP police, and the other was when they entered the parliament. One entered the parliament building and just started shooting. And so they're having some terrorist issues of their own, and the possibilities really are endless as long as it's an English-speaking country.
Right.
I'm not familiar with South Africa's politics at all, but the top 4 there, they really have good opportunities to get into.
And it's amazing that because you are correct. I mean, the United States, our politics really do affect the entire world. So,
right.
Definitely interesting. All right, very good. Now this is a little bit more of your Google Analytics. This is showing where your traffic is coming from. I'd like you to note the strength of your social media. I think that's just very impressive.
Right. With the social media, I mean, if I can be as controversial as possible and post even sometimes nonsensical questions, and it gets people to talk, and people start sharing the story, and pretty soon my caption is gone, that I posted along with the link, and just the link survives, and then friends are talking amongst friends, and they go visit the site. It really is powerful. I don't have any education or experience in building a site, quote, the right way, the way people would recommend it. I have not done any effort for SEO, even though I've been told I should. I just kind of put it out there and it's gone. So I've done everything wrong, and I've been quite successful doing everything wrong. So
that's funny. It shows you that the naysayers aren't always correct. So let me just touch on this real quickly. You said that this is an anomaly. This is a paid search that no idea how that got in there. You've never done any paid searches, correct?
I've never paid for paid search, ever.
All right, I just wanted to bring that up so that everybody knew that this is truly an organic site, and it's put together with the intent of gathering as much information for as many people as possible and getting the word out there. You're not paying for people to come to your site.
Exactly.
All right, very good. A little bit more of your analytics. This is just showing the different ones that you have now. Facebook, Twitter, we did it. Neighbor, Google Plus, YouTube. I mean, you pretty much run the entire gamut of social media. One thing I'd like to talk about is your YouTube. This is something that we did not get into the prospectus. So if you could talk to me a little bit about that.
Right. Political Ears has a YouTube channel. It's got about 1,000 subscribers. Actually, just over 1,000 subscribers. It is currently in the naughty house right now, so I can't post any videos for a couple months, at least while it's on appeal, because I posted a video that I got from the Department of Defense website. So they thought it was okay, but essentially it was a drone taking out some terrorists who were treating goats as girlfriends. So I posted that on the YouTube page, and I guess somebody didn't like it. I guess it's okay for the terrorists to post beheading videos, but if I want to post videos of non-gore night vision type stuff, just blowing them up, I don't know. I think communists might be in charge of YouTube. I don't know. But at any rate, the YouTube channel does go along with the site, but there will be a couple months where you won't be able to post at least full-length videos. I think you're limited to like 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
But otherwise, very strong showings in all the majors. The Twitter
exactly.
is definitely high. So, I mean, Facebook is just phenomenal. What you're doing with that, so it's hard to ignore it. That's why I wanted to talk on the other ones first. But once you look at Facebook, you see the strength of this site is just outrageous. Very good.
Right. And Facebook is set up so that as people talk about things, it generates a buzz, and we've been able to successfully generate buzz on many stories.
Very nice. Now, this is the Majestic SEO. Anybody can go to this site and look up Political Ears. We just wanted to show you a little bit about it. This shows that we have 6,467 external backlinks coming from 714 referring domains. With educational backlinks and the trust flow at 17, that just shows that you have been doing an organically well put together backlinking portfolio. Have you ever done any backlink sharing or anything of that nature?
Nope.
Nope.
Have not.
10 months, almost 6,500 external backlinks. That's just impressive work. Very nice.
I guess so. I don't know what all that means. So.
Okay. Well, those are the people that are linking back to your site from their site. So that just shows you that people are interested in what you have to say. So,
no, I got that. I just didn't know what the 17 trust flow or any of that.
I got you. All right. Very nice. Let's just take a look at the backlink breakdown. This is showing that you do have a little bit of image traffic, but it shows that most people are coming to your site through the text links. They're not coming by just the image. Lots of people try to take the images and put them onto their own site, and that would skew the way the traffic is, because anytime somebody looks at that link on their site, that shows a link to your site, even though they're not on your site. But this shows that it's definitely being done the correct way for 99% of the time. Got the anchor text. It's going to be coming all different places, but the truth of the matter is your other anchor text, which is going directly to your main page, is your strongest bit. So this is showing what Majestic SEO thinks are your strongest 5 backlinks. Now, Political Ears is getting stuff from over 700 of these sites, but Free Republic is sending you the most. Care2.com. All these are news sites that are dealing with political issues. So obviously they're interested in what you have to say. So it shows that you're doing good work with this. How often do you actually post?
At least once a day. Some days I'll post 2 blogs, depending on the news. Other days I'll post 1. So like yesterday I posted 2 because there were 2 good stories out there that I thought might go viral. Neither did, but it's kind of a hit or miss deal. I think I probably post 50 stories for every one that goes viral. But every time one goes viral, I make between $4,000 and $8,000 free and clear.
Very nice. Ask any salesperson doing cold calls. 1 out of 50 is fantastic. So let's look at your SEM rush. This is going to show you started around May. Suddenly in August, we just had this huge uplift. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
That was the ALS story.
Okay. Very good. Very good. So this is showing that if you were to pay for the traffic, this is what you would be paying right here, $4,000 a month for that particular traffic. So obviously getting it free is a lot better, but just to show if someone was to start from scratch and try to build this, it would be a very uphill road to get to this level. So now these are your keywords. I see that Obama body count you are #1 page ranking for. I'm sure that comes up too. So we have different things. The drinking age, we're on page 9. ALS donations. That was your big story. So
right.
Really just showing you that you are page ranked all over the place in different categories. It's very impressive work. Let's see. Now this is your unique views. This is again your big spike, but it shows that you do go up and down, and as you say, that was from the different stories that come on. The more important the story is, obviously, the more people come on, correct?
Right, but back in June and July, I didn't really post very often. Had some illness issues going on with my family, so I actually skipped posting. I may have posted on average once every 4 days. So that period of inactivity, virtually no money was made for about 2 months.
Gotcha.
So that's where that dip is.
All right. This just shows the views and the uniques follow the exact same line, but to show you, every time that you look at the uniques, it's going to show you that they, compared to the views, are going up about 12,000 every time. So that shows that there's about people that are looking at the site are looking at about 12 different pages when they come on, which is actually a very good estimate of the interest that people have in your site. Are you noticing a trend towards more pages at certain times, or are they usually just going to the site for your main stories?
Normally what they'll do as they go through the site, they'll start on the story that they came in on a blog. And they'll usually, if they stay on the site, they'll click on a few other blogs, and then they'll start exploring around the political chat and the store and whatnot. And they might look at 2 or 3 products before they head out.
Gotcha.
So it's that may be where the 12 pages come from.
Very good.
Right.
All right. Now this is the beginning of your administration session. I'm going to let you do the most of the talking here. If you just tell us about the different pages, let me know when you're ready to move on.
Okay. This is, I use BigCommerce as the back end that allows me to do e-commerce, and it's got the robust blog. That's why I chose it. Essentially, every morning I log in, I see what orders came in the day before. If there's anything, I see all these green lights right here say shipped. If there's anything blue that says awaiting shipment, then I know, hey, I need to look at those and get with them. Some things I ship out myself. Other things I use Amazon fulfillment services to ship for me, which is a real easy copy and paste deal. And then as soon as it's shipped or I've sent it off to Amazon, I mark it as shipped, and then I'm good to go. Up on the top right hand, it tells you what you've got, what you sold today, what you sold yesterday, how many hits you've gotten, kind of a metric to kind of let you have a contest, day-to-day contest. I prefer the week-to-week. If I do better this Sunday than I did last Sunday, then I feel good, just because of people's browsing habits. You can go to the next slide.
Actually, I have one question just came through on this. They were asking, is the price of goods, I'm sorry, is the price of shipping included in the price of goods, or is that a separate cost?
Um, do you mean do I charge for shipping on the website?
Yes, yes,
Yes, I charge separate shipping. Generally, I charge a flat fee per item. You'll be able to set it up however you want. Um, but for me, like the credit card knives, I think it's 65 cents per knife, so that that way, whenever they order 10 or more, I automatically can go to Priority Mail and get it there faster to them for, because they've already paid for it type thing. And the 65 cents kind of stays right there. If you buy one, it's going to cost you about 60 cents. Buy two, it's going to cost you about $1.18 for postage, that type of thing. So that's why I did that. And the political ears, I think those are 45 cents a piece. I have to go back and look. Really haven't sold much other than the knives and the ears. I've got some other merchandise on there that I drop ship, but I think I've sold one Second Amendment sign that's on there, so haven't done all that well except on the ears and the knives.
Okay. I think that answered the question. Yes, I got it. Thank you. All right. I will move on for you then.
All right. So this is the orders page. It shows me where I am on all the orders. I can look on that second tab there. You see the blue around the all orders. The second tab there is abandoned orders. I can go in there and I can see who tried to check out and maybe they had an issue. So about once a week, I'll go through and you can automatically send them an email or manually send them an email and say, hey, come back and finish your checkout. About 10% of the ones that get the emails come back and buy something. BigCommerce has an upgrade to, I think it's $80 a month if you, instead of wanting to pay the yearly fee of $250, if you want to pay $80 a month or $500 a year, they'll automatically send those emails once a day for you. Hey, we noticed that you didn't finish your checkout. You've got all these in your cart. Come on back, and you can even offer incentives. We'll give you 10% back if you come back or off if you come back right now.
Right.
So those are settings you can have. So that's about it on that page.
All right.
All right, this is the product page where I add everything, all the products. I bought, if you look at the second product there, the perpetual match that has nothing, no green line there. I bought a whole bunch of those perpetual matches since Survival Life was doing really good at selling those. And I had one that I got out to use for myself to see how it worked, and I cut myself to the point where I almost needed stitches. So I took them off the site, and they have no. I'm not going to pay. I'm not going to sell something that I just, I'm a pretty intelligent guy myself, college educated, and if I can't use something, then I just don't think it's going to go out there. But the credit card knives, they really are our big seller. They sell out. I have the buy 5 get 1 free to get them up there. My manufacturing cost is about 60 cents a piece. I sell them for $5.99 a piece. And if a store is going viral, I lift that up to $9.99 a piece because if I leave it at $5.99, I make way too many sales to keep up with. And if I put it at $9.99, I've got a 12,000% markup, and I still get 100 orders a day when it's going viral. The political ears, you can't see them on there, but they're there, and they're buy 3 get 1 free.
Okay. How user-friendly is this particular admin section that just came through?
I have no experience in e-commerce other than using the BigCommerce backend, and it is simple to manage, simple to understand. And they offer free support. If you have a question, you can do a live chat, and they can look in and see what you're doing and fix it around for you.
Very nice. Very nice. A little bit more of your admin section right here, if you want to just go ahead.
All right, these are the customers that have come through. It builds up an email and a mailing list if you want. You can export them to an Excel spreadsheet and then into Constant Contact, or I actually use what's called Send Blaster. It's a $125 one-time fee, and then you don't have to pay it anymore. And then I can contact these folks again and again and again.
Very nice. Okay, hold on. How often do you use your email list? That just came through from John.
I was using it about once a week. The last 4 weeks I haven't really sent anything out, but generally I don't like spam. If somebody's sending me messages even once a day, it just becomes noise and I unsubscribe. So I try to keep it to once a week.
Understood. But so that just shows, though, that this email list is current and being used all the time still.
Right.
Very nice. And this is a little more from BigCommerce, correct?
This is the blog backend. So you click on the plus sign to build your blog. One of the tricks, if you're really interested in buying the site, and whoever buys it, I'll end up working with anyway. But one of the tricks here is to get photos and edit them so that they're big enough so they create a photo on a Facebook timeline. If you stuff your story with small photos, then you get little thumbnails on a Facebook timeline, and those don't have as good of reactions from users. So I always make sure that with a blog I start with a really nice photo. And you can go through the blog on politicalears.com and look at the photos that I use. I edit a lot of those together using Photoshop and PowerPoint even, and then I put them in there, and that helps out a lot. And if I try to make as controversial a headline as possible to catch people's eye. I've heard it called recently clickbait. If that's what you want to call it, that's what you want to call it, but it seems to be successful getting people to click on it.
Makes perfect sense. And there's your Sandy Hook. There's all these sites. Very nice. Very nice. All right. And then talk to me about the store overview, please.
That just shows when the sales have come in. You can see that from the beginning of the site, but then back in June and July when I didn't post, there weren't any sales, and then when the ALS story came, there were a whole bunch of sales. Total revenue at that point in time was $14,000. I think it's over $15,000 now. But yeah, that's just merchandise sales. Mm-hmm. And I've got very, very high markups on my products on the site. Gotcha.
But this just shows that most of your money is coming from the traffic as opposed to the sales, correct?
Exactly. And I create my own banners most of the time, and then post them in there with ClickBank hop links.
Very good. All right. A little bit of the revenue. Now we have peaks and valleys, but obviously that is where your big story came through. But this is where you weren't doing much posting, correct?
Right.
So it just follows the trail of how much work you put into the site and whether or not it goes viral is whether or not this site makes a ton of money or just good money. But even so, if you look, you're still making right around, 13,000 per month. So still doing decent. Even when you weren't doing your best, you were still over $5,000, which very impressive work.
Yeah, it's. I think I decided that with very little work, I could make $100 a day, or if nothing went viral, and if stuff did go viral, I could make $2,000-3,000 a day. Mm-hmm. So it's just kind of, that graph shows exactly what I'd already said in my mind. So.
Gotcha. All right. And this also shows the cost of goods. It goes right along with whenever the business goes heavy, your cost of goods is going to go up. But then again, your cost of goods is such a lower extremity that you put so much of an upsell on your products that really this doesn't hurt you too badly at all, correct?
No, not at all.
What is the average that you're doing? The political ears are how much?
Are you talking about what I get them manufactured for and then sell them? I get them manufactured for about 60 cents a piece. No, those are 45. The credit card knives are 60 cents a piece, and those sell. When it's not going viral, $5.99. When it is viral, $9.99. And the political ears are 45 cents a piece, and we sell those for $3.99. And then buy 3 get 1 free.
Gotcha. All right. Expenses, we kind of front loaded everything because we did not have a breakdown by month, but that just shows you your expenses for the year were at 5,000. And
Right, and that's let me jump in here and explain why I did that. When I first started the site, my I thought the biggest seller was going to be political ears, and I thought I was going to sell out of them immediately. So I ordered about 2,000 of those political ears. We've sold quite a few, but not 2,000. So those were, I don't know, $1,200 of that expense right there. And then the credit card knives I've had to order several times, and the rest is postage and envelopes and Amazon fulfillment.
understood. Plus web hosting and your domain renewal,
Right.
correct? All right.
Well,
All that
yeah.
is
Well,
all expense. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. It's just the web hosting is virtually nothing at $250.
Gotcha. All right. I think we've touched on this a little bit already, but if you could just go through what is the day-to-day operation of the site, what is required, and how many hours do you think you're doing per day or per week?
I do about 1 to 2 hours a day. While I'm at work at my real job, I will occasionally post memes and links onto Facebook from that. That just takes 2 or 3 minutes at a time. And then when I get home, either when my wife's cooking dinner or the kids are playing, I'll climb on here and post a blog, write something down, post it, and get that out there. I generally post in the evenings, do my writing and post in the evenings. At the most, it would be 2 hours on quick days. That ALS thing that went viral and made me all kinds of money. That was I was on a work trip in Washington, D.C., and right down the street from the White House, actually, and I had about 20 minutes between when I got back and when I had to go out to dinner with some coworkers, and so I took about 10 minutes, posted that real quick, threw it up on the Facebook page, went down to dinner, came back, and there were 7,000 people on the site, like on Google Analytics, and it kept climbing. Like there'd be 7,000 people on the site, and then all of a sudden there'd be 7,500, and when I woke up in the morning, there were 25,000 people on the site simultaneously.
Wow. Not too bad of a story to put out then. That definitely was.
No, for 10 minutes of writing, I don't think many authors can say that they've been read that much. Now, I do everything anonymously. I don't I don't want to get sued for libel or whatnot if I get something wrong. So I try not to get anything wrong, but if I do, at least I'm anonymous.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know if the next owner is going to want to do the same thing, but yeah.
Gotcha. Well, you have kind of preference it is a little satirical also, so it's not trying to push the boundaries too badly.
Well, I do try to push the boundaries with the headlines, but I try not to. I try not to put out just lies, kind of like National
Right.
Report and whatnot. And the Onion and sites like that.
Well put.
I get creative with the headlines. That's pretty much it.
All right, understood. All right. Tell me the truth. If you were going to keep this site, what would you expect for the future, and what would you do to help grow the site at this point?
Well, if I had the capital, I would keep it, and I would hire a staff. I would probably there's a social media marketing company out of Austin, Texas that has really captured my eye. I think I would hire them to do my marketing for me, and then I'd hire writers. Occasionally, I'll get somebody from Fiverr to do a quick blog for me. Some of those aren't very successful usually, but I think if I were running several stories a day, getting a little more serious, and I had the capital to do it, it could end up making a lot more money. I just don't have the capital. I don't have the time with my job,
Right.
and it's gotten to the point now that somebody who has the ability to take this website to where it can go kind of probably needs to. I'm just kind of an amateur at this, and I've gotten it as far as I think I can realistically get it myself, but I think somebody else can take it up there and make it the next Politico or Real Clear Politics or Huffington Post type thing.
Very nice. It definitely has a good platform already, so to dive off would not be bad. All right.
Right.
Very good. If you wouldn't mind, would you tell us why you think you want to sell the site?
Well, I think I touched on that in the last slide. But another selfish reason is we've gotten it this far, and my goal was to be able to pay off my student loans by 2017, and we've built value, kind of like a real estate developer has, and at this point in time, if we can cash out and pay off our student loans, we will personally be where we need to be. I have almost $100,000 in student loans. My wife's just a little bit less than me. So that was our financial goal, so we wouldn't be raising our kids with a cloud of debt hanging over our heads. So, like I said, we've built the value. We're kind of selfishly getting out after we've built it, and that's pretty much it. and hopefully the next owner can take it much further and much higher than I've ever been able to do.
Okay, very nice. I think you fielded, I actually had some questions that came in, but you were fielding them as they went. If anybody else has any questions or answers, questions and needing answers, now would be a good time. Otherwise, I will let you know that I am Chip Bowerly. My number is there on the screen, 863-557-3108, or you can email me at chip@latonas.com. I am in contact with John all the time. I can get your questions answered. We can send extra information, whatever you would need. 99% of what you should need, it will be in the prospectus. As we touched on here, though, there are a couple things that were not, like the YouTube videos and whatnot. So if you need more information about anything, please feel free to email me.
And just one real quick. ClickBank, I have been running things off Facebook also for ClickBank, but ClickBank was nice enough to go through and gather every single sale that came from Political Ears, and they did a certified, what do they call that, a certified earnings statement?
Earnings statement, yes.
Yeah, so if you need the earnings statement from ClickBank, Chip has that.
And we can definitely forward that. Anybody that signs an NDA is open to any of this information. Please let me know. At this point, John, I'm going to say thank you very much. It was very informative, and I really appreciate you being here. I look forward to calling you up with the rest of these people's questions.
All right. Thank you so much.
It was my pleasure, John. And this will be the end of the video. If anybody needs me, 863-557-3108, or you can email me at chip@latonas. So thank you very much for coming.